Yeah, Blake Mathias from the University of Tennessee. I'm actually a PhD candidate, just finishing my doctorate. Headed to Louisiana State University as an assistant professor here next semester. Yeah, so the motivation behind this research is kind of maybe a little bit unique. It's not much unlike an entrepreneur. Um, I grew up in family business, and I have a picture of myself actually as a baby in the business van that we had driving around. And so, actually, my career itself was motivated by those early experiences. I grew up in a family business. I started working for my dad before I was a teenager. Um, and it just got me excited and interested in entrepreneurship. And so the research that I do and the research questions that I ask are really influenced by those early experiences. And so my thinking was that if this was true of my own life and my own career, perhaps it was true of entrepreneurs as well. And this idea that their experiences that happened perhaps years or even decades before they started a business had a major impact on the type of entrepreneurs they became, the decisions that they made in their business, and kind of the growth trajectory of their ventures. Yeah, so before I wrote the paper, I really had no knowledge of what imprinting was. And I think my knowledge of imprinting was back in biology class in middle school and learning about ducks, learning from their mothers and following their behaviors. And when I got into the interviews that I had done, it was more and more a story of imprinting and this idea that individuals learn something early in their life or at particularly sensitive stages of their life. So it could have been during their formative years, could have been during college or during their early career. And those experiences, they weren't just something that an individual learned, but they really stuck with them over time. And so what we found is that these things that had happened to entrepreneurs were really imprinted on them. They lasted with them throughout their life, and they influenced their decision over time. And so within the research on imprinting and entrepreneurship, really took one of two approaches previously. And most were really focused on the organization. So this idea that the organization was imprinted. So one stream kind of said that the decisions that an entrepreneur makes early in a venture's life have an impact on the venture throughout its life. And the second kind of stream of research was that the conditions when a venture was founded have an impact on the venture. So if a venture is founded during a recession, that organization is likely to be very frugal in how they spend their money, and it has an impact on kind of the way that an organization is structured throughout its life. And the idea